Hi everyone, I'm Pulkit SINGLA, and today I'm going to talk about conscious, that what's really conscious, and how it's being mistakenly taken, what is real conscious, and what's being thought about it. Friends, conscious is a state of being when the person is aware of the things which are right and which are wrong. He's able to distinguish between the two. He does not require any religion, any custom, any person to educate him, to guide him towards the path of truth. It's something which comes from the soul within. The soul overpowers the body and is being aware of the fact that why the soul is on the earth. Truly, a conscious person, a person who has achieved enlightenment, who is being aware of the whole process of the universe, that how all these things are working and what being really required, what really a person needs to do, a person becomes conscious. A conscious person knows what he's doing, what others are doing, what's his role, what's others' role in the universe. And a conscious person need not be a different person. It can be any person in a big group of people. What really generally believed in terms of conscious is that a person who is really a different person, who has achieved enlightenment, a person should be supposed to be a kind of person who is wearing saffron attire or different clothing, wearing a tilak, doing things differently, sacrificing his own needs, boycotting his own family, and living at very petty things, doing what others are not doing. So all these myths about consciousness is really alarming, and these myths are creating such a confused system in the universe that people generally think that if you're conscious, you need to sacrifice your life, you need to get rid of whatever you have, you need to live in jungles, or you need to just beg for food or anything. But in all sense, this is what conscious is not. It's not even close to conscious. A conscious person does not need to wear something different. He does not need to sacrifice himself. He does not need to go into jungles to explore God. A conscious person can live with every person. He's just like a normal person. He does whatever he's doing. He's into his profession or working. He is wearing what others are wearing. He has desires. He has aspirations, things which he like. But living with the people, but still being not living, is the state of conscious. It's a state of realization. When you realize yourself as a soul, you live, but you live like an illusion. You know that whatever I'm living is an illusion. And when you are in a conscious state, when you realize your importance, when you realize the soul's journey, you do everything what others are doing, but in a different way. Like if you are working in your professional work, you will not ever try to cheat anyone. You will never ever try to harm anyone or do any kind of fraud or anything like that, because you are conscious. In terms of eating, you will realize the importance of every living being on this earth, whether it's an animal, whether it's a bird, whether it's a water species, whether it's human. You will realize the amount of pain an animal suffers while it's being killed. You will realize that every soul deserves a life till being granted to him by the Almighty. Whatever body they have the right to live in that. You will realize the importance of life. You will realize that humanity, forgiveness, help, are the elements to come close to God. And instead of practicing all these things, people generally wear something different clothing and sit on a high-seated pilgrimage kind of thing and demand people to worship them or to give donations and leave their families and leave their responsibilities and keep on working for the kind of organization they built to unfortunately make money. So the whole system of consciousness is being created in a negative way. The real conscious person does not really believe in any kind of fame, any kind of money. They are not requiring any attention. They do not want any attention. What they want really is to live their life with a realization that this life is not the only life I'm living. I have been living in the past, I will be living in the future. The only thing I need to do is do a good karma. I need to do good karma every minute, every second of my life. And to do a good karma, I does not really need to boycott my family or my responsibilities. I do not need to sacrifice my likings, my desires, my profession. I can live like a normal person, still being aware of the fact that what I am living is an illusion, and this journey needs to be completed only with good and good and good karma. That's conscious. So if you really think that someone is trying to force you to leave your life which you are living, then that person is generally brainwashing you. If you really want to achieve God, you want to attain enlightenment, have mercy in your heart, help people, have mercy for animals, and do whatever is good for you and the world, and you will ultimately achieve the state of nirvana. I hope today you all got to know what really conscious is all about, and it's really important to understand these things because these things are not being told by anyone. So I'm here for you. I'm your friend Pulkit Mohan Singla, and I will be telling you more and more about spiritual enlightenment, spiritual path, and about achieving the higher self without doing what is being taught. Thank you.